everyone, welcome back to Camp Keyframe, and in today's video I'm going to talk to you about animating the Camp Keyframe logo. Someone asked me this, hey, how did you animate the logo, could you show us? So here we are, and I'll first show you the logo, what it is. This is it, you know it of course if you follow this channel, and we'll just break it down for a sec. We have different parts here that all grow in. And first off, we have this white line. It's a really thick line that's just growing in a circle. These two black thin lines as well, they're also growing in from this starting point and this starting point. Then we have these outer black lines which kind of follow the inner lines, just for a little extra effect. Then we have these keyframe icons here, the three of them. They just scale and position in. And then we have these estimated 2017, it just goes from left to right, it positions in, and all these letters also move into the white circle. So that's basically, oh of course, and the pencils, they grow in as well. And here is my Illustrator file of it, and we'll have all these different elements. Also we'll have this outer line, which is one. We have this inner line, and then all these letters are a part, of course, all in their separate layers. And this inner one is also a really thick line. Make sure it's a line. It's a path, so we can add a trim paths effect to that in After Effects. And these are just little icons, and then all of these layers are separate, so I can animate them individually in After Effects. So we'll save that, and then we'll go into After Effects and animate this whole thing. So here we are in After Effects. I've imported all of my layers. Let's select them all and check this to make it nice and crisp. And first I'm going to make it a bit bigger, but if I select everything and then just lock the background for now. If I select everything and then just scale it up, then it looks like this, all right? So we're gonna do that with a null layer real quick. Layer, new, null, and then select everything except your background. Parent that to your null, and then hit S on the keyboard while selecting your null, and let's drag that out a bit so it's a bit bigger, and just delete that null for now. So with a null you can easily scale into all of your layers, for example, which I use very often. Let's make it full here. All right, so let's start with the lines first. We'll have this one, and let's put it all the way on top with Command Shift End bracket to put it all the way on top of your layer panel. Right click, create a shape from vector layer. So you can delete that Illustrator layer, and now it's just a shape layer. We can open that up and add our trim paths effect. Open it, go to end, press the keyframe there, so it's at 100%, and then we'll turn it down to 0, so it starts from up here, 0. And we're gonna give that some, let's make my workspace better first, yeah. So let's give this an quint in and out, something like that. We're not gonna exactly recreate it frame by frame, of course, but the main part of it, you get the gist of it. And I'll use butt capper here to give it a round cap. Or do I? Yeah. And you can also, if you don't have butt capper, which is free, so download it, but you can also go into group 1, stroke 1, and then dashes, here, and then line cap, align joint, round cap. All right, but I'll just use butt capper for now because it's way faster. So I'll have the first line animated right now. Maybe it's a bit long, a bit fast, so make it a bit longer. And then we'll go on, let's lock that, go onto the inner line. Oh, it's already up here. And then create a shape layer from that, delete the other one, and do the same thing again. I can actually copy this effect, unlock it, copy the trim paths effect, the keyframes, Command C, stay right here, and then press Command V, and then I've added the trim paths effect as well. And you see that it starts from this point. So let's press U to open those up. And what I can do is just rotate this with while pressing R on the keyboard, W, sorry, and then holding Shift. So now it starts at the exactly at the bottom. Boosh. And we'll also give that a round cap, like that, nice. All right. Then let's go on to our main white fill, and I'll select, yeah, that's this one, and then put it all the way on top, and then 2 down. And we're gonna also create our shape layer from that. Delete the Illustrator file and again add a trim path, and I can again copy that from this one. Copy and Command V to paste. And also give this a round cap, of course. And we'll also turn it up so it starts from there. Yeah, nice. Okay, so is that okay? I don't like how this thing, it kind of pops in on at the beginning. So we're going to replace reposition our how is it called, anchor point, and we're gonna place it right here. So now I'm going to press Shift S, so I also open the scale next to our trim path effect, and go to scale and make it 100. Let's make it a 0, and then it kind of scales up like that, and then it grows in. But then we'll give this some easing as well. So I think it looks a bit better. Yeah, like that. That's okay. All right, now we're going to put all of these, let's unlock them, put them all on the bottom by pressing Command Shift in bracket, and then one up, of course, above the background. So now we are done with those. Yeah, they're all done. Lock those, and then we'll go to, let's do our text first, our Camp Keyframe text. Let's select all of them. All right, and then let's make them a different color, like red. And we're gonna put them, the P for position, give it a keyframe, and then go back, and then we're gonna just manually, no, let's just go here so I can see where our border is. I'm just gonna drag them out like this. Doesn't have to be too precise. Just kind of in a straight line up. And then we're going to animate them all moving into the screen. So we're going to select all of these first keyframes and put them right here. Select all of them and then give them an ease as well. Like that, yep. Cut the layer off right here, like this. Press U to close them up all up. And then I have Rift here. Put it at 3. I have another video where I explain how Rift works, but what it actually does is it moves all of these layers in a sequence. So if I press this arrow, then it moves them like up. So now the C comes first, then the A, then the M, then the P. So if I press play, like that, like maybe a bit faster. Nice. Now what I actually want to do, I'm gonna do this. Let's select the Camp Key. Yeah, let's select all of these and give them 1, 2. And then give these ones as well, but then go to descend and then press it barrel twice. So now it all moves from the outside in, like the C, the C and the E first, then the A, the M, then the M, the A. It all moves inwards. I like that effect. Cool. We're going to select them all and then press Command Shift C, and then call that Camp Keyframe, and then select this button again to make it crisp. And then we're going to duplicate our white line, press Command D, place that above our Camp Keyframe layer, and then we're going to select the Camp Keyframe layer, and we're going to go to Track Matte here, and then select Alpha Matte Layer 30. Let's call this Matte, and then we're going to select this to Alpha Matte. That layer is now our mask, so it only appears within that layer, within that white layer, which is really nice. And what I see here is that our scale is doing weird stuff, because if I look here, then it's not fully scaled yet, so that scale needs to be done way earlier, like that. Nice. All right, and we're gonna place those ones also at the bottom, so we're done with those. Lock them. So now we have all of those things animated. We're going to do the same thing with motion graphics and design tutorials, and we're going to give them a position, yeah, like that, and then they are kind of moving in like this. Yeah. Select all those first keyframes, place them a bit earlier, and give them an like an expo out only load level, so they pop in right away. If I cut them off right here, then they all like they just appear and then slightly move down, which looks cool. And then let's give those. We can do this manually. Let's put these one frame, and this 2 frames. No, I think we're going to reverse that actually, like that. No, this doesn't look good. But let's do it like this. I think that looks better. Yeah. Now let's select all of those. Press Command Shift C or right click and go to Pre-Compose. Let's call that like text, bottom text, and we'll rasterize. And then let's see about the timing. When do we want this to pop in? I do want the Camp Keyframe to go in a bit earlier. How did I do that right here with the Camp Keyframe? Okay, wait. Yeah, because you can see here that our Camp Keyframe enters the screen here, but it's only masked within this circle, so it's not showing up here. So what we're going to do is open our mat, press U to open our keyframes, and then we'll go to after this keyframe, you're going to stem with your cursor and then delete everything. So now all of our things are gone, our animations are gone, so now it just appears within this shape, not the animated shape, if you know what I'm saying. Yeah, that looks better. And let's now place the timing of this bottom text, also a bit earlier. Needs to be there when it's white, when the white is there. Yeah, like that, kind of like that. It's just playing with timing with things like these. All right, then we're going to lock all of them and select these 3 elements, and we'll go to position and then hold shift and also press the S on your keyboard to open the scale as well. Give them all a keyframe for position and scale, and then go a bit back, and this one is going 1, 2, 3, 4 to the right while holding shift, so it moves it a bit further. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this one as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then we're going to put them all at 0 scale, and then we're going to cut the layer off like this, and then give them an expo out as well. No, that looks horrible. Okay. Yeah, maybe now give them an expo out. Yeah, and then we're going to do this one first. Yep. Nice. Give them. Let's pre-compose them and call them keyframes. Hit that button. Okay, let's head on. We're almost done actually. Only the pencil and this little text. So let's select this text, not this pencil. Give them another color, pink. And then we're going to zoom in a bit and again position and put it there. And then let's call this estimate point. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2017 as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep it consistent, you guys, you know that. And then we're going to apply this and expo out, so it moves in, maybe a bit slower. Yep, and then first I want this point to go, then the T, so it's 1 frame, 1 frame, and 1 frame in between. And then 2000, and then, yep, 1 frame, 1 frame. So now this looks great. And pre-compose them as well, call them S2017. All right. Somewhere around here. All right, now only the pencil, so we'll lock all of the other layers, so we only have these pencil layers selected right now. Right, yeah. And we're going to convert all of them to a shape layer. So right click, create, and create shapes. And then delete those Illustrator layers. Goodbye. All right, so this, in our animation, I believe that the pencil, the yellow part, like it kind of pops out, and then it grows to the bottom, and the line follows it. And when it's done, the little line here pops out. And yeah, then the eraser and the arrowhead, the point, they just move up in position, I think, yeah. So I've created this in Illustrator like standing up straight, because animating in this angle is difficult. So let's just, we'll add that angle later, the rotation. So first, let's go to this shape, the main shape, and we'll open that up, go to Contents, Group 1, Path 1, and give that a keyframe. And then go a bit back, and then we're going to select only these points and move them up like this, here. And then we're going to go a bit back, and then we'll select these two, and then, oops, select both of them, and just make the animation like that. All right, so now we'll need to animate these. They'll need to give them like a quart. So they're here, and then this one. Let's just give them an easy ease. Yep, cool. All right, then we'll have we have that. So let's cut it off right there while holding. Option and in brackets, you can cut the layer off where your timeline scrubber is standing. Lock that for now, so we can go on with this one. Which one is that? This. Right, let's add a trim path to that. And end it right there. Place it at 0, and it's now turned around, so we can also do that with our starting point instead of the ending point. So let's make it 100. There, and then give it, and let's make it the same length as this one, and then put it a bit later, and we'll cut it off right there. So yeah, nice. And then this little layer right there also needs the same thing, so we'll add our trim path to that as well. Open that up, give that a starting. We want to grow it from the middle out, so we're going to give it a start and an end point. Yep, and then put them both at 50. So it'll start in the middle. All right, and then give that an easing as well. I'm going to time that right and just cut it off maybe here, so we don't see this little dot at the beginning. So we're going to put it right there. So if the line hits the bottom, then it grows out. Yeah. Okay. And then this one and this one, they'll have position. Let's just press U to close everything up. And these two, we can put them at the bottom. Press position, and this one up behind that, and this one also down behind that, and give them up, cut them off. Also give them some easing, and they just grow out. Let's offset them. Play with the timing. See here, we have this point can be a bit earlier, maybe here already, but we'll cut it off right there. Yeah. That's great. All right, and then we'll select all of these layers. Oh, unlock that first. Select all of them. And then we're going to pre-compose them as well to pencil. All right. And now we're going to press W on our keyboard and rotate this like that, just as in this example. And what they also have is like this little shake, little bouncy thing. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate it first, press Command D, and then I'm going to hold Shift while rotating it, so it's, oops, so it's perfectly aligned, but doesn't look quite right. And here they do, so you'll just need to put it a bit to the left so that like it looks better, and then put them both in the middle again. So now they both grow out like that. And we're going to give them some rotation. Pressing R on the keyboard and giving it a keyframe, and then go back a bit. Let's just do it here so we can see it better. And then let's just put this one up and this one up a little bit. Give them both excite by motion 2. Click. And put that like here somewhere. Put the rotation, make it smaller, and then just playing with these parameters a bit. Okay, I just need to, let's just turn this one off for now. Just trial and error. Yeah, that's fine. And then offset them like 1 or 2 frames, put them back on. So now they have a little shake. Yeah, and now let's animate them. Let's place them right here, somewhere. And there you have it. That's the Camp Keyframe logo. I'm doing this rather quickly. So of course, when you put a bit more time into it, you can have some more sophisticated animation or make it look even a little bit better or precise. But now I just did it the quick and easy way. So that's how you animate the Camp Keyframe logo. Really simple effects, really simple techniques, which you might all know. It's just, you know, knowing how to use them and then combine them. Thanks for watching. I hope you liked this tutorial, and I hope to see you on the next Camp Keyframe. Thanks. Bye bye.